What if I told you there was another option to paying for a full roof replacement? Hi, I'm Colin with West Roofing Systems. Today, we're sitting down with Jack Moore to talk about roof restoration applications.
Hi, I'm Jack Moore. Today we're going to explore the logistics and cost factors in a silicone restoration membrane. A silicone restoration membrane is a fluid-applied silicone membrane that is installed over an existing roof substrate. For a typical SRM installation on a 20,000 square foot facility, we're going to be right in the neighborhood of $2 to the top end of possibly $3.50 a square foot. We do infrared surveys to verify that we know where all the saturated anomalies of insulation are and that we can remove those before we do the SRM installation. We do not want to trap moisture in any roof assembly. It's critical that we start with a dry, sound, and clean substrate. And infrared is the most cost-effective and most effective measure and way to determine where those saturated areas are. Repairs to the existing roofs that are candidates for the SRM application, they've been out there for 15, 20, 25, 30 years. They're the front line defense to your building. They're experiencing the harshest elements of your building envelope on a daily basis. Roof systems have finite life cycles. They start to wear out, things start to break down. So we want to make minor repairs to the areas that have degraded the most. They're not too far gone that they can't be restored, but they still need some work to be bolstered back up. Some areas might have some tenting going on in the membranes that we want to address. Penetrations might just need to be reinforced a little bit before we do the SRM installation. So after we've done the inspection, we've done some mechanical repairs, we need to clean the roof system. We're trying to adhere a fluid applied product to a 15, 20, 25-year-old membrane that's been laying there collecting dirt, so we have to power wash it. And then there's two primary methods of power washing. You got a power washer, source of water, and a power washing wand. Now we do it on an industrial scale. We're doing a little bit higher pressures than the typical homeowner is going to be doing that at. And we do it at a large scale, so we have 4 or 5 out there at one time. The reclamation power washing. It's spinning with high pressure washer, but there's also a vacuuming mechanism at that point that's bringing it into and pumping it to a truck. The truck filters out the contaminants that are pulled up off of the roof and is discharging clean water. That has a little bit of a higher cost with all the equipment involved in that, but you're also sucking the water off at the same time, so your roof is dry much sooner. You can go to work potentially the same day as you're washing that roof, versus it might take a day or two in the traditional power washing methods to get the roof back to a dry surface. With the SRM, there's seam repairs that need to be performed. 2 primary methods to do that. You can embed a polyester mesh into a wet out coat. That's reinforcing that seam and is the lower cost of the 2 methods. The second method is utilizing an adhesive-backed, oftentimes polyester reinforced tape or membrane to reinforce that, so you still have to be clean and dry. That process costs more than utilizing just a polyester mesh. The last step in an SRM, we're finally putting down the magic juice. We're getting the silicone coating on the roof system. Most applications are getting a 10-year warranty. Some will get a 15-year warranty, and even fewer will get a 20-year restoration membrane application. Manufacturers are very comfortable with the 10 and 15 years. We're kind of getting on that outside edge of, is it really going to last 20 years? So the actual silicone and how it is applied affects the warranty as well. Some manufacturers are allowing a 10-year application to be installed in one coat. Some are even allowing a 15-year application to be installed in one coat. Typically there's not much labor. It takes a little bit more time to put a little bit more coating down, but it really doesn't impact the overall cost of the project to go from 10 to 15 other than the additional material in one coat. Some roof conditions dictate that best practice is 2 coats need to be installed. You need to get a first coat down at a certain millage and then a second coat down at an additional millage, and the duration is affected by, again, the thicknesses of both those coating applications. So again, you're adding more material to get from 10 to 15 years and potentially 20, but now you've got a second step of labor, which is a big cost driver. So the little bit of more material isn't terrible, but when you get into the second coat, you do really drive the impact and have an impact to the cost of the overall project.
To learn more about the installation and cost for your next roof project, check out the next video in the series. And if you'd like to receive a quote, simply fill out our online quote request.